Jasmine Bautista. Ms. Bautista, you're charged with two cases. You're charged with assault of a family member. You're also charged with terroristic threat of a family or household member. On both of those, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during any questions and interviews of the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you. Okay.
Officer conducted follow-up investigation at 1505 Serpentine Drive, San Jacinto City in Harris County, Texas. Officer traveled to the residence and observed approximately a couple bullet holes, and the complaining witness advised that on August 25th at approximately 1:40 a.m., a dark-colored Dodge vehicle opened fire on the residence. No injuries were sustained. Complainant one advised that her brother's wife, later identified as the defendant, had recently made threats against the family. The complainant advised that her brother, complainant two, and defendant had a fight on August 18th that escalated into a physical altercation. The complainant and other family members tried to separate them, and the defendant threatened to kill the entire family. The defendant threatened to have her brothers come and shoot all of them. The complainant, the defendant's husband, told officers that during the argument on August 18th, the defendant attacked him. The complainant advised that this was when the defendant threatened to have her brother shoot and kill the entire family. Complainant believed the threat and fears for his life and his family's safety. Officer was given a video of the incident showing the defendant grabbing onto the complainant's leg and yelling, "You're all going to die, bitch, you and your fucking kids."
That statement, "you're gonna die," say that last statement again.
"You're all going to die, bitch, you and your fucking kids."
You meaning the complaining witness, which is,
I believe it was the defendant.
Zamaripa?
I believe. There's two complaining witnesses. There's the defendant's husband and then the defendant's husband's brother or sister, my apologies.
Okay, so it's a sister-in-law. So Ivan is the husband. Are you currently married to this person? Okay. Did I hear you say anything about the assault? What did you say about the assault? No, that was just the terroristic threat.
In there, it says that there was a video of the defendant grabbing the complainant's leg. And then and there was also a physical altercation that they had to get involved in, separate them.
Okay, well, tell me about the assault. There has to be some kind of.
Can I have a response when he's done with that? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let me see if I can find the OR, Your Honor.
Sure. Yeah, I have here, it says, on August 18th, 2024, the defendant, Jasmine Bautista, and the complainant were arguing and they were physically fighting. Raquel Zamaripa stated she saw the defendant scratching her brother. Raquel stated that she got involved to try to stop them from arguing and fighting, and that is when the defendant began screaming threats to her. The complainant and the other household members that she was going to have them all killed. The complainant statement, she believed the defendant could and would perform these threats.
Yes, Your Honor, there's that, and then when she grabbed the complainant's leg. So there's that first physical altercation where they had to intervene, as well as whenever she grabbed the complainant's leg.
Okay, so let me just read this to you so that you also get this. It says, affiant spoke with Ivan Zamaripa, the complainant, on or about August 29th, 2024, at the Jacinto City Police Department. Ivan stated that he has dated and lives with the defendant, Jasmine, for about a year. He stated that on August 18th, he was having a verbal argument with the defendant as she did not want him spending so much time with his family members, and that the defendant hit him and scratched him and bit him. Complainant stated a couple of his family or household members began to try to separate the defendant from him. As this was going on, the defendant screamed that she was going to have her brothers come to the residence and shoot all of them and that they were all going to die. Complainant stated the defendant also stated the defendant also stated she said they were all going to die, even their kids. Complainant stated that he took the threat seriously and was in fear of his family's life. And as of the date, his residence received gunshots on August 25th, 2024. He is in fear of his own serious imminent bodily injury. Complainant stated the defendant caused him and his family members to be in fear of their lives and serious imminent bodily injury. Complainant stated the defendant's assaults caused him pain and injuries. He showed photographs of his injuries from the night of August 18th, 2024. Affiant notes there were several fresh scratch marks on the complainant's back, chest, face, arm, and eye. Affiant also saw 3 fresh bite marks on the complainant. Complainant showed affiant of the incident.
This is where things start getting serious. What began as a domestic dispute is now escalating into potentially organized violence, with allegations of gunfire and prior threats. In legal terms, a terroristic threat isn't just about words. It's about whether those threats caused real fear of harm. And here, the presence of bullet holes makes that fear much more credible.
Where the defendant is holding on to the complainant's leg while she is sitting on the ground, and the complainant is trying to get away, and I heard her screaming, you're all going to die, fuck your kids. Affiant looked up defendant's driver's license number, yada yada, compared it to the video, and positively identified the defendant as Jasmine Bautista.
Yes.
What do you got?
Your Honor, the very same day that this happened, she went to the hospital for her injuries that were caused during this incident. She filed an assault charge. I think it's one of those situations where they file first. I have tons of pictures showing injuries all over her body. There were 6 people, family members of the defendant, that attacked my client at the house. They all attacked her, even the complaining witness on the assault here. Your Honor, if she grabbed her leg, I don't hear any statement that.
At this point, the case is being built piece by piece video evidence, physical injuries, and witness statements all stacking together. This is exactly how probable cause is established, not proving guilt beyond a doubt, but showing there's enough evidence to move forward.
Caused her pain or anything to that degree that would make it a Class A misdemeanor. It seems
Here it
like it would have been
says-
appropriately filed as a Class C.
No. I mean, it says here, where does it says,
Your Honor, the RIP was also performed as well.
okay,
And it says that the complainant called the police because the defendant was threatening her brothers that she would kill the complainant's family. And then the defendant was biting the complaining witness, scratching the complaining witness, hitting the complaining witness, and spit on the complaining witness's face. And that's what was listed as far as the assault in the RIP call.
do we know if that are they still communicating? Do they want to have contact or no?
Ivan wants no contact.
Okay, I am gonna find that there's probable cause. Ms. Bautista, I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with this person, not to be in possession of any weapons. I'm gonna tell you now, I will do everything in my power to protect the city. If I hear that there's more gunshots, any kind of drive-bys or anything like that, it's just not gonna go well. You're the one that's gonna end up going to jail. So just for now, cut ties, just go on. You have kids with this gentleman? Okay, it's wonderful. Just plenty of other fish in the sea. You know what I mean? Really, so many. Just please, there's a protective order in place. I would get to know it because if you violate the protective order, the state they will file additional charges against you. And then it's really going to go sideways. So please, no contact, no weapons. Okay. The protective order extends to him and to Raquel Zamaripa as well. Do you have any questions? So
This is a critical turning point. The judge isn't just setting bond conditions. This is about preventing escalation. A protective order like this is legally binding, and violating it can immediately land the defendant back in jail with additional charges.
one more thing you need to understand is that the protective order limits you from going within 200 feet of where they live or where they work. So understand that you can't go over there. Even if he calls you and goes, hey, come on over, let's talk it out. I love you to death. Come on. No, if you go, you're still in violation, even if he were to ask you to go over there. So just, if he calls you, don't answer. Calls from an unknown number, hang up the phone. If he texts you, don't reply. Just, that's it. Give me questions. You have a great lawyer there. She will take care of you. She junkyard dog right there. She really. So Listen to her. She'll take care of you. I will waive your appearance, but you have to stay in touch with Ms. Sims and she'll tell you when you have to come back to court. If she tells me she can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. You will not get any more PR bonds. I don't care what's going on there. You pick up a new case, you violate conditions. I'm going to put you in jail. I'm going to make the bond 10 to 15,000. And if you don't have anyone to bond you out, you'll be stuck like Chud. So be careful, man. Okay. So for now, I'm going to have you sign a reset. Then we'll have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it and then you'll be free to go. Okay. Thanks.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good to see you.